Let's go. First thing, I'm taking the test, whether it be next Monday or next Tuesday, and I see a problem like this. I see the equal sign. That tells me I got x equals at the end. I need to solve for x. So you need to get rid of the denominators first by finding a common denominator. Okay, I need to solve for x, so you need to find me a common denominator. That's going to be tough right now, because one of the denominators can be factored. So please do that first. All right, if one of the denominators can be factored, please factor it. And then we'll decide on a common denominator. All right, so figure out what that's going to factor into, and then we will talk. 17 of you. Should go pretty quick for most of you. If it's not going quick, again, it's time to get out of here, unfortunately, if it's not easy for you. 2, let's do this. Here we go, Isaiah. What's that factor into?
X minus 5 and x minus 4.
X minus 5, x minus 4. Good. Now we can determine what a common denominator would be. Remember, what's the same goes in, and then whatever's left over. So try to pick out all the matches, and then tell me if there's anything left over. What would be your common denominator for those 3 fractions up there? Here we go. Woo, 8. Let's do this. Here we go. Colin, what do you got for me? What would be my common denominator?
X minus 5 and x minus 4.
Good. They both have an x minus 5 in common. They both have an x minus 4 in common. Nothing's left over. So now go to each fraction. You got 3 of them, and multiply each of them by x minus 5 and x minus 4. Same thing here. X minus 5, x minus 4. Sorry for my sloppy writing, but you guys have it correct on your paper. X minus 5. And again, whatever you do to the left, got to do to the right. Don't forget about the right side. Even if it's just the number 1 on the right side, you still have to multiply it. Whatever you do on the left, do on the right. All right, tell me what crosses out and what's left. First fraction, everybody. First fraction. Here we go. 6. Mason, what crosses out on the first fraction?
The x minus 5.
And what's left?
8x minus 32.
Good. I'm just going right to it. I'm not even going to ask where you got it from. 8x minus 32, he distributed the 8. If you're wondering where he got it, distribute the 8. Next, here we go. Don't fall in the trap. I shouldn't even have given you that hint. 14, here we go. Eliana, what crosses out?
The x minus 4 crosses out.
And what are you going to distribute?
The negative 9.
Thank you, everybody. Negative 9. Great job, Eliana. Go ahead, distribute.
You're going to get negative 9x plus 45.
Good work. Watch out for the minus. You got to distribute a negative 9. That takes a lot of discipline. Good job. All right, on the right side, what's crossing out? You guys are good today. You're going quick. 6, here we go. Mason again. What crosses out?
All of it.
Yep. So what's the only thing left on my right side?
The 5.
That's it, guys. Done. And if I could talk today, I let you guys off easy here. Easy. Anybody see anything that's raised to the second power up here now? No. So I'm not going to have to factor. This is just plain old algebra. Combine your like terms, move everything over. Okay, there's nothing to factor there. You're welcome. You got 8x minus 9x. Oh boy, negative 32 plus 45. Positive 13 equals 5. Nothing to factor. Oh, you guys got it. Got it made. Move the 13 over. What do we got? Negative x equals negative 8. That's not my answer, though. How do I get that negative out of there? Divide both sides by negative 1. I'll show that just because I like some of you. X equals 8. Maybe x equals 8. Okay, I don't want to hear any whining, complaining. Your calculator does all the work when you check. All right, so let's go and check right now. Everyone pull your blank calculator screen up. We're going to see if 8 is an answer. So ready, 8. Store it in for the variable, which is x in this problem. 8, store it in for x, enter. Go back to the original problem. When you had a blank piece of paper in front of you, the original problem, type in the left side. 8 over x minus 5. So get a fraction template out. 8 over x minus 5 minus second fraction 9 over x minus 4. See what it's equal to. So it's equal to 5/12, which doesn't mean anything yet. I want to make sure now plug in the right side, and it should also equal 5/12 if we're good. So 5 over all of that. So here we go. 5 over x squared minus 9x plus 20. Cross your fingers. 5/12. Good deal. So 8 is our answer. Okay. And I should have done this earlier, and I apologize for anybody that falls into, but if you guys don't have the fraction template because you have an older version of the graphing calculator, can you please let me know in class so I can show you the way around it? Okay, if you don't have a fraction template, you can still check it, if you just got to do a little something different. Okay, so I apologize. If you guys have an older model, that's not a big deal, just let me know. Everybody good on there? X equals 8. All good? Okay, so let's go back to what we did on Friday, which was the inequalities. How do I solve something with inequalities? We did problem number 1 in class. So if you weren't here for class, you definitely want to watch that video on how we did number 1. I am going to leave number 2 up to you guys in about 6-7 minutes. Let's go to number 3 right now. Let's do 3 as a group. And just a little piece of advice, write small. And I'll apologize in advance. This is going to take us about 10 minutes just to do this problem. I'm sorry, but I want to go step by step to make sure everyone knows what's going on. Is everyone ready? Take a deep breath. We're all ready in here. Everybody at home, good? Good to go? Okay, first thing you see next Monday or Tuesday, whenever you're taking the test. Now it's not an equal sign anymore. It's an inequality. So my steps are a little different. First step, we talked on Friday. You need to find what are called critical values so we can put them on a number line in a minute. Your first critical value, what would make any of those fractions undefined? So what number could I plug in for x up there that makes one of those fractions undefined? 0 in the denominator. Here we go. That's your first job in one of these inequality problems. What would make the fractions undefined? 16. Kian, what's going to make it undefined?
2.
2. Good. So that's our first critical value. 2. That'll go on the number line in a minute. Or 6. Everyone's good. 2. The other critical values come from when you guys solve this for x. So now I'm going to rewrite this and actually solve it, put an equal sign there for x. And we're going to do this the same way we just did in the previous problem. Everyone all right where the 2 came from, my first critical value? Now we got to find more values by solving this. So you got 3 denominators. 3, x minus 2, and 4. None of them can be factored. What would be my common one? Tough one here. You got a 3 and a 4. So let's start there. You got 3 and 4. What would be my common denominator for the numbers 3 and 4? Smallest number that both go into. 4. Hi, Nick.
Is it 12?
It is 12. Everyone agrees it's a 12. All right, so I know at least part of my common denominator is going to be 12. But isn't there something still left over? I took care of the 3 and the 4, guys. What is still left over there in one of the denominators? 7. What do you got, Will? What's still left over? I took care of the 3 and the 4. What didn't I talk about?
The x minus.
X minus 2.
Yes, that's got to go in there. So here's my common denominator, everybody. 12 times x minus 2. Stop me if you don't know where that came from. So again, this second fraction, 12 times x minus 2. The third fraction, 12 times x minus 2. Are we all good before we cross out and tell me what's left here? Any issues? Going too fast? Good. Next up, I'm going to take my time here, and sorry if it's too slow for some of you. Here we go. Eliana, back to you. What's in the denominator of the first fraction?
3.
Right, a 3, and I have a 12 up here. So what's going to be left still on top, Eliana? I crossed out the 3 and the 12, so what should still be left on top?
X minus 2.
Oh, x minus 2, but I can't just cross out 3 and 12 and be done with them. Something's still left. 4, yep. So does everyone see? I'm going to be left with a 4, the x minus 2, and that x in the numerator. So there's 3 things we need to multiply. Are we all good there? 3, 4 times x minus 2 times x. So how am I going to multiply all 3 together then? 2 at a time. 2 at a time. Can I just multiply 4 and x and get what?
4x.
Okay, so I get 4x. Still got to multiply that by what? X minus 2. You guys, I'm not taking all 3 of them at once. I'm doing 2 at a time. Now keep going. Distribute your 4x. 4x squared minus 8x. That's what I get from the first fraction, everybody. You guys at home okay? All right, what about the second fraction now? This is the easier of the 3 right now. This fraction's the easier one, definitely. 8, here we go. 8. Colin, what crosses out in the second fraction?
X minus 2.
Yep, what's left?
Just 12 times negative 1.
So just going to be minus
12.
12. Everyone okay? So minus 12. I'm just rewriting this as I go along here. Tell me if you're not okay, because this next one's the beast. Issues yet? All right. Last one. 2. Here we go, Isaiah. Ready? What's in the denominator of this last fraction?
4.
And I got the 12 up here, but I just can't cross them out and they're gone. What's left on top still?
3.
3. Okay, so I got an x plus 1. I got a 3, and I got an x minus 2, which I all have to multiply together, but please just do 2 at a time. You guys in class, you guys get to pick. Which 2 do you want to multiply first?
3 times x.
Okay, so in class here, we decided to multiply the 3 and the x plus 1. Okay, so that's going to give me what? 3x plus 3, but I still have to multiply that by what? X minus 2. Everybody at home see where that came from. We did 3 times x plus 1, distributed the 3, and now I'm going to multiply it by x minus 2. That's on you guys. That's double distribute. A lot of you guys probably called it FOIL. Go ahead, and I want to know what you're left with. So go ahead, double distribute it. Okay, let me know what you got when you distribute. And again, sorry we're going through this so slow. Here we go. Will, back to you. So ready? 3x times x, Will.
3x.
3x times x?
3x.
Oh, you're missing something. 3x times x. 3x
Squared.
squared. 3x times negative 2.
Negative 5x.
Oh, you're multiplying. 3 times negative 2. What do you got?
Negative 6.
Negative 6x. Ready? Here we go. 3 times x.
3x.
And finally, 3 times negative 2.
Negative 6.
There we go. Everybody all right? Now, let me just I'll just combine the two middle terms here. So I get 3x squared. In the middle, you should get minus 3x, everybody, minus 6. How are we looking so far? Maybe we got some heroes that are trying to go ahead of me here. Oh boy, that's risky. Here's what I had a kid tell me second period, and I wanted to throat punch him. Oh, look at the left side. I'll take out a 4. And look at the right side. I'll take out a 3. No, you won't. You're not allowed to factor unless one side's equal to what we talked last week. No factoring unless one side is equal to 16. Come on, kid.
0.
Yes. Thank you. 0. So is everyone all right if we move over the 3x squared, the negative 3x, and the negative 6, just so our x squareds are positive when we move them over? Okay, so everyone take your right side, move it all over to the left, all of it. Okay, you're up, Nick. Ready? Move the 3x squared over. What do you end up with over here?
X squared.
Move the negative 3x over.
Negative 5x.
And move the negative 6 over.
Negative 6.
Okay, now you can factor. Now it's equal to 0. Now you can factor. Be careful. This is always a tricky one. Kids think it's one pair of numbers when it's really not. Take your time. What are my two numbers I'm looking for here? Be careful when you tell me. Make sure they add and multiply to what they should. Oh, 12. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Hello. Got my numbers?
Yeah, 1 to B. X minus 2 and x minus 3.
Okay, yep, a lot of people pick those, but here's my problem, Dan. Multiply those two. What do they multiply to?
Oh, they multiplied the positive 6.
Yeah, I need a negative 6, so 3 and 2 aren't going to, I'll let you know 3 and 2 aren't going to be your numbers, no matter what signs you put in front. You got another pair that could do the same?
Wouldn't be negative 6 and 1.
Good, good. Okay, so what are my two answers here, which are going to become our critical values again? Here we go, 1, 5 in the house. Katie, go ahead. What are my two answers here? X equals?
Positive 6.
And?
Negative.
Yep. So those become our other critical values. Remember, we had one from the beginning. We wrote down 2. Now we have 6, and we have negative 1 now. 3 critical values. Now we're going to put them on the number line. Bad news about this problem, we're only halfway done. Okay, so put all your numbers on the number line and make sure, and I get this, I understand it, don't be ashamed. Make sure you put them in the right spots on the number line. Lowest number always goes first to the left. So negative 1, 2, 6. Those numbers go on the number line. Okay, now we have to test values outside and inside all those numbers. Okay? So 4 values you're going to have to test with me right now. And you guys decide. Here we go. So first one. And there is no wrong number to test as long as it falls outside. So what do we want? Negative 2, I assume? Is that okay? Negative 2. We'll test negative 2. If at all possible, I will recommend testing 0 if it's possible, which it is in this case. So let's test 0 in between these two. Anybody got a favorite number between 2 and 6? 4? So let's test 4. Anybody got a favorite number outside of 6 you want to test?
7.
7. Okay, here we go. Let's review how to test now. So everyone go to your calculator, store in -2 for x. Go to your calculator. Let's tell it to take negative. Make sure you hit the negative button, not the subtraction button. -2, store in for x. Everyone's good. Go up to the original problem now and type in the left side. Go up to the original problem and type in the left side. And this is the only time you guys are going to have to type this in. We'll be able to copy and paste it from now on. So x over 3 minus 1 over x minus 2. So ready? Left side. I already forgot it. What was it? X over 3? X over 3 minus 1 over x minus 2, right? Okay, so I get -5/12. I know the question came up in class. How do I change that to a decimal? Because I prefer decimals more too. So you hit your math button to the left. There's a math button underneath alpha. And then choice number 2 is change anything to a decimal. So it's about -0.41, right? So I go, all right, -0.41. What was my inequality symbol here? Less than or equal to? Is -0.41 less than or equal to? Now type in the right side into your calculator. What was the right side? X plus 1 over 4. X plus 1 over 4. -1/4, what's that? -0.25? All right, so now you guys just got to tell me, is that true or false? Is -0.4 less than or equal to -0.2? Is that I can't help you out there. Is that a true or a false statement?
True.
That is true. -0.4 is less than or equal to -0.25. So that's true. And anywhere I get a true is going to be one of my solutions. Keep going. Now, here's what I said. You only have to type it in once. Watch, guys. I'll do this again today. So as long as you don't clear your calculator. 0, store it in for x now. All I need to do now on most of my calculators, most of them, is go up to where I put in the left side, highlight it, and press enter. All right, something's going on. So 0.5. So is 0.5 less than or equal to, everybody now? I can just go up to highlight x plus 1 over 4. Highlight it, press enter. And then that's 1/4, which is 0.25. What do we think about 0? Did 0 work? Is 0.5 less than or equal to 0.25? Nope. So no answer will be between -1 and 2. All right, go ahead, test 4. I know it seems like a pain, but what if I actually had you plug it in and just do it all the way out instead of using your calculator? That would have been brutal for me. 4, store it in for x. Again, just go up if you can. If you can't, I apologize. You do have to type it over. 5, 6, what's that as a decimal? 0.83. So is 0.83 less than or equal to? And again, hopefully I can see that you guys in class are using your calculators. At home, just don't copy my work at home. Know how to use your calculator. And then go up. This is an awesome feature. 5/4, which is what, 1.25? Yeah, 1.25. Hey guys, did 4 work? Is 0.83 less than or equal to 1.25? True? Oh boy, and then I got one more, huh? You guys are probably already finished beating me. You guys type like you text. It worries me you're going to make a mistake. There's no spell check on here. Holy gee, are you kidding me? What is that? About 2.1? Two. That's an easy one. Did 7 work? 2.1 less than 2? 7 work, anybody? Nope. All right, so we see where our answers are. Don't do this on your number line. I'm just going to do it on mine. Looks like here and here, where all the trues are. What I need somebody to do is explain to me in your own words what that means. So let's go to this right here. What did this one mean right here? This first true. In your own words, any answer that is what? Any answer that is, here we go, 8. Talk to me, Colin. That first true we got to the left, that's any answer that is what?
Less than 1.
Oh, less than.
Negative 1.
Good. All right, so how do I write that? Ready? Solution. What is that? Try that again. Solution here. Write it out nice and organized for me. Remember on Friday we wrote, you can write brackets, parentheses. I used the cool braces.
You're right.
Oh, easy. Champ, can I do the teaching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the pen in my hand right now. Calm down. X such that, tell me one more time, Colin, what is it? Anything?
Less than negative 1.
Less X, anything less than negative 1. Everyone good there? Okay, I gotta adjust something though. This hasn't happened to us. Didn't happen to us on Friday. Go back to the original problem. What did the original problem have on its inequality? Less than or equal to. So if there's an or equal to, so does my solution. Or equal to. There's one exception to that, which I'll go over right now. Okay, everyone see that? The original problem had an or equal to, so does my answer. But there's another place where there was a solution. Somebody described to me where the next true came in. Anything that is what? Woo, here we go. Hi, Ella. Hi. Anything that is?
Less than or equal to 4. Or, no, to 6.
No, remember, anything less than 6, but 0 is less than 6. Say it again.
Greater than 0.
No. Don't worry about the values we tested.
Okay.
4 worked, right?
Yeah.
That means 3 works.
Yeah.
That means 5 works.
Yeah.
5.5 works.
Yeah.
4.5. So anything between
2 and
2 and 6. Everyone see that on your number line. Anything between, it doesn't matter what you test, okay? Good?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's what's on the number line.
Okay.
So anything between 2 and 6. How do I write that? All right. Or, ready? We got another solution. It can be anything less than or equal to negative 1. Or, how do I write between 2 and 6? Ready? 2, 6, X in the middle. Let me get rid of this. Okay, everyone see 2, 6, X in the middle. And anytime it's in between, you put inequality symbols going to the left. Okay, always going to the left. Pointing to the left. Okay, that's how I write in between. Take a look at it. One thing I still need to do. What did your original inequality have on it?
Less than or equal to.
Or equal to, right, Caroline?
Yes.
But I'm not going to put or equal to on both of them.
Oh.
Ready? Here's why. Just let me do it. You watch it. Everybody watch. Wasn't there a value at the very beginning that it could not be because it made the fraction undefined? What was that number at the very beginning of the problem that said it can't be this number because it makes it undefined? What was it? 2, right? So I cannot put the or equal to on the 2 because we know it'll make the fraction undefined. Everything else can have an or equal to except the undefined one. All right, I hope that made a little sense there. The undefined number can never have the or equal to. And when do I put the or equal to? If the original problem had it. Okay? Wow. That was a lot, guys. I apologize, but we needed to get through it. Anything you want to ask about all that, I'm going to have you guys do one on your own right now. Plenty of time left in class. Okay, go to number 2. I'm just going to start you with number 2. And then I'm just going to let you go on your own. First thing, I see the inequality symbol. First thing in my mind, first step, critical value. Give me one critical value to start this problem off with. Automatically, give me a critical value. What makes that one of the fractions undefined? What value of k, everybody? Here we go. 10. Caroline, what's one value that makes it undefined?
Oh,
You see 1 minus k in the denominator, right?
yeah.
So what number would I plug in for k that makes that entire thing 0?
-3.
Well, this right here.
Okay.
What number could I plug in for k that makes that denominator 0? If I plug in -3, it's going to be 1 plus.
+1.
Just 1, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. You just found the first critical value, which is 1.
Let's go.
Good? Now, you guys are going to solve it to find the other critical values. Common denominator should be pretty easy here. There's only one denominator, right? And this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Here we go. 12. Dan, what's my common denominator?
1 minus k.
Yep. Ready? 1 minus k. Don't forget about the other side. Hey, look, don't forget. 1 minus k. 1 minus k. So you will not be able to cross anything out on that right side. You guys are gone. Go, go, go. Let's do as much as we can till the bell cuts us off. These are the same exact type you'll see on the 2 problems that are due tomorrow before second period. Much easier than that last one we did. Don't put question marks either. Email me if you have questions. I don't want to see question marks in there. I don't have any sympathy for question marks or a long letter about how I couldn't figure it out. Get one side equal to 0 before you factor. Make sure your squared term is positive. You guys got it? You got it?
So with the second term, so it'll just be 1 minus k then?
No. The second one here, you got to distribute the k, right? You can't cross anything out, Ella. Yes, you can't. But you still got to distribute the k. Get it equal to 0 first. Try to keep your squared term positive. Hopefully you guys are getting to the point where you have k squared plus 2k plus 1 to factor. And then you can find your 2 numbers, find what the solution is, and put it on your number line along with 1. So you guys should have two critical values. -1, which you just found by solving, and +1, which we got at the beginning because it was undefined. Now test three values, outside and inside. And it looks like the bell's going to cut me off. Is everybody all right? Tomorrow, number 8 and 9, email me or hop on the Google Meet after school today if you have questions. Got to be in before second period tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much. Good work today. Have a good day, guys. Whew. That one problem. Kill it. You guys behave. I'll see you guys later.